Let's put a smile on that face.
Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn. Today we're back at it with another standard deck tech straight out of Tarkir Dragonstorm Early Access. In fact, this is the very last deck coming out of Early Access, so starting tomorrow, we're going to have brews that I've started working on ever since the set dropped live on Tuesday, which I'm really excited about because we have some crazy ideas I was just waiting to get to that I didn't get to during Early Access, and that stuff is on the way. This deck is called the Long Halloween, and the idea behind this deck is very simple. We're trying to break, or maybe at least bend, but hopefully break Smile at Death, the brand new enchantment that can just bring back creatures from our graveyard every single turn, and not just bring them back, but bring them back with +1/+1 counters just over and over and over again. Just insane unlimited value once this thing hits the board. So we're doing everything we can to just try and twist every ounce of value out of that card, and I think we might have came up with something pretty gnarly here. Before we dig in and break down the deck and then get to the gameplay, please like the video. It helps me get the video out to so many more people. It helps the channel grow. I would appreciate it so much. To you guys that have been liking every video, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments if that's you, because I appreciate it more than I can possibly express with words. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Tons of crazy decks on the way, and some spoiler content for Final Fantasy, so you don't want to miss out on all of that. And also catch me live Monday through Friday over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/QuarantineCapricorn, because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming, except for when I'm recording these deck tech breakdowns. Let's do it. So this is the Long Halloween. This originally started out as an Abzan brew. I was racking my brain trying to build a new aristocrat-style deck specifically to take advantage of a new card, and I realized the further I got in, the deeper I got in, that it just needed to be 𝑂𝑟𝑧ℵ𝑜𝑣, and there might be an Abzan version down the line when the set actually launches, and there might be a Mardu version as well down the line, because I think there's a lot of room to explore some of these synergies. But at its core, this one's going to stick with 𝑂𝑟𝑧ℵ𝑜𝑣, and I'm glad we did because it did some pretty crazy stuff. So the card that we're sort of building around, not strictly but loosely, is Smile at Death, an enchantment for 2 white and 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. Now, this seems very similar to Raise the Past on first inspection, but it's different in some very key ways, and you sort of have to build your deck a little differently to take advantage of that. Now, Raise the Past, you want to get as much stuff as you want, or as you can, into the graveyard as quickly as possible so that you can get to that Raise the Past, combo off, bring everything back, and get to a win. You're just having one explosive turn. What Smile at Death does is it allows you to focus on the board state instead of worrying about filling up the graveyard, and just go as ham as you can with pressure, and then just slam the Smile so that if they're dealing with your pressure and stopping what you're doing along the way, you're just able to keep getting it back, keep getting it back, keep getting it back, and just win the battle of attrition over time. And a deck like Aristocrats allows us to do that really easily, because everything that's dying is draining life from our opponent, so if they try to deal with our board state, they're kind of killing themselves, and they're also buffing up our life totals so that we can survive longer, so that we can get even more turns to take advantage of Smile at Death. I think it's a very interesting card that you have to build around just right, and you don't just throw it in a Raise the Past deck. That's not the way to use it. I have a couple other really cool ideas of different ways to use this card down the line that I will be brewing, so look forward to that. But today, this is Aristocrats, and honestly, the card performed super well for me. We're also running 2 copies of Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage. This card is nuts. A 2/2 flash first strike creature for 1 white and 2. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, Anafenza endures 2. You can do some crazy stuff like flash this in, block their dude, sacrifice some of your other creatures, put counters on Anafenza, and then Anafenza kills their dude with first strike and doesn't die in the transaction, which can be nuts. But you can also just flash it in when your opponent's trying to kill a bunch of your creatures, and then make a bunch of tokens, 2/2 tokens with Anafenza, to go even wider with crazy value that you can then sacrifice to get even more aristocrats triggers. It can just get really crazy, all of the different ways you can use Anafenza, and since she is a 2/2, you can bring her back with Smile at Death every single turn if she does end up dying while you're curving out, and then eventually you drop the Smile at Death. So she's absolutely awesome in this deck. We ran 2. I really wanted to run 3, but it was hard to make room for things. Absolutely nuts. We're going to go back to the bottom of the curve and talk about all of the cards. So we've got 4 Nesting Bot, starts our engines early, and if we do sacrifice it, we get a token. We've also got 3 Gas Guzzlers, because it also starts our engine early, and as soon as we get to max speed, it gives us a sacrifice outlet. Now, because we're very easily able to bring back creatures later on in the game with Smile at Death, we don't necessarily need duplicate copies of Gas Guzzler. We just need to make sure we're consistently getting 1, so that if they do kill it, we just bring it back. Excuse me. I've been sick throughout the entirety of early access, and I'm doing my best to get through these, so I can get these decks out to you guys. So I apologize that my voice is pretty wonky. But we just keep bringing it back and getting access to that sacrifice outlet over and over and over again. So it's important that we get to the first one, but it's not necessarily super important that we get as many as possible. So we don't necessarily need 4 there. We do want 4 Infestation Sages, because like the Nesting Bots, we can sacrifice those to get value and create a token creature, which in an Aristocrats deck is really crazy because it gives us even more fodder to sacrifice and drain out our opponent. And then we also have 4 Scorn-Blade Berserker, which I think is like a real sleeper hit in this deck. Not only does it allow us to draw some extra cards early in the game while we're curving out, but once Smile at Death's online, we can just keep bringing it back and sacking it to draw cards, and bringing it back and sacking it to draw cards, and it just gets really crazy. We just overwhelm our opponents with value. So it's really good before Smile, and it's really good after Smile. It's just a great card in this deck. Moving on to the 2-drop slots, we do have 4 Vengeful Bloodwitch to get those death triggers that we're talking about, where we get to drain out our opponent for a life, and if they do happen to kill it, we just bring it back later with Smile at Death. In addition, we have other death triggers we can get in a similar fashion. 2 Ellis il-Kor, we're only running 2 because it is legendary, and again, once we have Smile at Death, we can just bring them back, so we don't necessarily need like all the copies in the world. But a solid 2 to go with our 4 Vengeful Bloodwitch and 4 Embalmed Ascendant, which gives us a token creature on ETB, also starts our engines, and when we hit max speed, also turns into a way to drain when creatures we control die. So that's 10 different creatures in the deck that drain on death, that can be brought back with Smile at Death, which I promise you becomes absolutely absurd. We've also got 2 Bartolomé's, because it acts as a free sacrifice outlet. Sacrifice whatever we want, whenever we want, to get all the triggers that we want, get stuff into the graveyard so we can bring it back with Smile at Death. We've got 2 Zahur, Glory's Past. This could do something similar. In addition to starting our engines, at max speed, whenever a non-token creature we control dies, we get a 2/2 zombie creature token, so it gives us even more fodder. But then we also have this activated ability. Excuse me. We also have this activated ability where we can surveil one by sacking a creature. God, I think I'm dying. It's okay. The show must go on. The deck must get out to you. We can only activate that once a turn, but it is another way to sacrifice something to get the triggers that we want, get something in the graveyard for our Smile at Death. We've also got 4 copies of Werefox Bodyguard as the last card in the deck. This is just the perfect piece of removal because we can just keep bringing it back with Smile at Death. Sometimes we hit something early with a Werefox Bodyguard, they play a bigger threat later on, we can just sacrifice it for 2 mana, gain 2 life, give them their lesser threat back, and then If we do that at the end of their turn, we bring it back with Smile at Death, and we exile the bigger threat, and then we go about our day. So there's a lot of nuance to how we can use Werefox Bodyguard, and even if we're not trying to sack this ourselves to hit a bigger threat, sometimes our opponent's just going to kill it and get their thing back, and then we could just get it back and exile their thing again because of Smile at Death. So there's a lot of ways that we can use the Werefox Bodyguard, and I think it's a perfect addition to this deck. That is the deck. We have one Fountainport for an extra way to sack tokens to draw cards, and the normal assortment of lands. Check the description for the full deck list. I am absolutely dying, but I got through all the decks. Hallelujah. I'm going to go to bed. Let's check out the games. Alright, we're going to try and keep this. We have access to no white as of right now, but we've got Scorn-Blade Berserkers, so maybe we'll be okay. Roll ficticio. Alright, start with you. Go like this. Do a thing. Do we get a land? Nope. So what we want to do is play this. On this. Then sack this. Hoping that we hit a white land. Smack in for 2. Being able to just cycle through our guys, get them in the graveyard, and set up for Smile while digging closer to our Smiles and the lands we need for the Smile feels really good. So I like these guys a lot in this deck. Just like the Gas Guzzler. Oh yeah, we made Ugin work. We did a mono green that's mostly colorless artifacts. A lot of mana rock ramps, so like the Thrawn Spider thing, and the Burnished Heart, and the Solemn Simulacrum. We did some pretty cool stuff with it. Alright, Backstreet turns on our white mana. Put another thing in the yard. We'll play Zahur, and we'll swing. Alright, now we're at 3. Fabled gets us to 4, and we're only 1 away for Smile at Death. I could use some tea. I could use some tea. I've been going back and forth between tea and coffee. My throat is dunzo. Just completely dunzo. Discarding a Spinewoods Armadillo. Okay. Well, that gives us some breathing room. Oh, this is definitely domain. Yeah. We're almost there, boys. So, Embalmed. Could be mana efficient. Swing 5. Just don't Sunfall me, dude. If you're gonna sweep, it's fine. Just don't Sunfall me. I hope he taps out to deal with my board, so he's got nothing left for Smile. I just want to land this thing and go ham. Alright. We will find a white source, since we have more white in our hand. And we are going to smash with everything, and hopefully force him to commit his mana. Come on. We rocked the Leyline of Transformation Dragon deck earlier, baby. We have it solved. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. What you gonna hit? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter, you? Zahur or Embalmed Ascendant? I'm assuming he wants to turn off the max speed triggers. No, he doesn't. He wants to hit the Zahur. Interesting. What do we have in here? Just 2 Scorn-Blade Berserkers? Alright, whatever. I'll let you binding it. Now you can't binding this. Let's go, baby! That deck tech will probably be going live over the weekend. Stupid Sunfall. What a dumb card. What a dumb card. But if he tries to do it again, we can sack them in response so that we can always bring them back with Smile. Just draw forever. Elesh Norm. Permanent entering. Okay, that's fine. Sure. I mean, I think drawing cards is more important. Than swinging in right now. Play another one. Probably want to activate it, but we can't if we do that, right? Pass turn. Overlord, sure. We just need to draw a ton of cards, which is what we're doing right now. Draw some cards. And put the nesting bot in there. So we're getting them all back with our smiles. And we'll just keep going because we can. We do have max speed. We got some death triggers. Play you. Play you. No attacks. And the turn. Now we gotcha. Now we got you by the balls. We're just gonna drain you out forever. Drain you out forever. Here it comes. You ready? Are you ready for it? I'll show you the dragon deck after this. It's pretty wild. My dog is snoring like crazy. Hi, Bandit. Hi. Ireni? You know, you'll probably die, right? What would you like to kill? Why are you still tickling, man? Stop with all the tickling. Double Areni triggers. Sure are tickling a lot. Let's draw. Are they all being hit? Yeah, they are. Draw. That way all of these tokens are there when this goes off. And we can block if we need to. Drain, 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 drain. You go to 2. We've got to smile at death. We'll just chump block. We're gonna drain you out anyway. Vengeful Bloodwitch. Scorn-Blade Berserker. Gas Guzzler, Scorn-Blade Berserker. Oh, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Oh. Welcome. Welcome to forever. The long Halloween indeed. Let's keep it. We're going to start with Concealed Courtyard, Gas Guzzler. Start our engines, baby. Caves. Play Zahur. Swing. If he tries to kill a creature, we can sack it to Surveil. At least if he tries to kill the Gas Guzzler. Overlord, sure. We need to draw some cards though, man. Reluctant Role Model. Guess we'll play it. End the turn. We need to draw some cards, man. Isolation, sure. Sure. Backstreet's back, alright. We probably want the land. And we probably just need to swing. You're going to trade with Zahur. Surveil 1. Play another Gas Guzzler. End the turn. We can now sack things to draw. Let's go. Uses removal. That's what we'll do. Okay, he is going to do it. Trigger, trigger. Thank you. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger some more. Backstreet's back. Alright. Let's put you in your place. Smack, smack. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Glorious. Are you dead? You got another sweeper. You're dead. We don't even get to smile at death. Because we drain you out. This is a very slow hand. But we're going to try it. We'll keep you. Another one. Sure. Play the Infestation Sage. Dredger's Insight. Cool. I think we're just gonna Embalmed Ascendant here to conserve our mana. Just Embalmed Ascendant. And we don't want more than 5 lands, so we should pretty easily be able to just Fabled Passage, thin out the lands next turn, and then Verge the turn after, and if we happen to have Smile, we'll be able to play it. Skirmish right. Alright. We will grab Swamp. How do we make sure you take damage? I guess we go like this. Yeah, we'll keep you. And do we still want to sack this to draw? I think we do. Quag Feast, sure. But do you attack? That's the question. Collector's Vault. drain. Let's draw. Ooh. Anafenza. Anafenza. I do like that. I think we'll hold it up. Anafenza endures. It could be a 4/4. If we turn it into a 4/4, non-tokens have to die to get the thing, though. Well, let's still sack this and draw so that we can find something else to play, even if we're not going to trigger Anafenza. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. End the turn. Digging, digging, digging. If we have to, we can protect Anafenza. We sacrifice Embalmed Ascendant to the Gas Guzzler. Turn Anafenza into a 4/4 with counters on it. Interesting. I think we're gonna do it. Now we can protect it with the Bulwark Ox. Pop the Nesting Bot. Make a 2/2. Another Bulwark Ox. The thing's kind of nasty. I guess we have to just pass the turn here. Can't really saddle and swing with the Ox. That Herald is obnoxious. Don't even think we have a way to get rid of it. We'd have to exile it without targeting it. Or give it -X, -X without targeting it. Both of which are tricky. Or just have a blocker that could block it forever. That's another thing we could do. My turn, I guess. Another Bulwark Ox, okay. Where's my smiles? Where's all my smiles? Alright, we're gonna saddle you with you. And we're going to saddle you with you. And we're going to move to combat. Next to blockers. She's going to take the damage. That's fine. We will end the turn. How do we get rid of this damn angel? I don't even know if there's any way we can. In the whole deck. I think he just wins. We don't have removal. We need flyers, right? It doesn't matter, even if he runs out of cards and decks himself. If he just keeps passing the turn, he doesn't lose, no matter how much life we get rid of. We could theoretically put out a flyer, pump it up to 7/7. I'm gonna make this miserable for you, sir. I'm going to make this miserable for you. Pass a turn. Absolutely miserable. Another herald. Interesting. Sacrifice Bartolomé. Sacrifice the token creature. He goes to 0. He does not die. I'm gonna make him regret ever building this deck. I'm just gonna drag this out forever. And I'm not even gonna draw any more cards either. Well, I might have to. I mean, I don't feel like this is like a super good idea because of Sunfall. Once Sunfall rotates, this deck will be nuts. But Sunfall is kind of a thing, so. I'm just gonna let him win. I got him to 0. I'm not gonna be a dick. Alright. It's time. We're up against Mythic Mike. And I'm not feeling well, but I'm gonna do my best. We'll keep 7. Even the dog's excited. Even the dog's excited. Hey. Infestation Sage. If we trade with the Cult Conscript, get a flyer, play the Gas Guzzler, swing with the flyer, go to speed 2, that feels kind of good. He's back to his skeleton shenanigans. Skelly shenanigans. Skelly shenanigans all the way. Alright, we guzzling. And we'll play a nesting bot. We will not block the Forsaken Miner though. If he plays corpses, we'll block one of them. Because he'll be swinging in for 6. But otherwise, we will not. It's the only dude I know that likes skeletons as much as me. Smack, smack, smack. I don't even know if we're gonna get to play the new cards. Because skeletons are so fast, man. They're so fast. Do 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 do. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very close. Very close, but not quite close enough. Alright. Desperate measures? That's just rude. That is just rude. That is just rude, man. Do. 2 blocks. Draw a card and drain you, sir. Oof. I really want to play Smile at Death. But I don't know if we can, man. I don't know if we can, man. Screw it. I'm going for it. If he top decks removal or a skeleton, we're toast. Alright, corpse is going back to his hand. He's going to replay him. That's really scary. But Smile's about to kick in. We need you. We've got an Ellis to play. So I think we want Scorn-Blade Berserker. I think we got him. Pull trigger there. Good game. And then do a trigger there. We got him. We got him. Alright, we're up against 𝐿 himself. And damn it, we're gonna keep this and we're gonna win. We gotta. Gotta, right? We gotta. We gotta. We gotta. Backstreet's back, alright. We'll dump the Gas Guzzler. We don't necessarily need it right now. Play you. Play you. Come on, hockey. Okay. Okay, I can get behind that. 𝑇𝑒𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑎𝑛𝑐𝑒 Scholar. Sure. I think we want to play the Werefox. Pass the turn. Like, he's gonna run out of removal eventually, right? He has to. You got another shock. Do you have another shock? Do you have another shock? Swing 2. Alright. We're going to find a black mana so that we can play 2 spells in a turn, which is way more important than worrying about Smile at death right now. My turn. Ooh, Anafenza. I like it. How dare you? Saddle. Now he kills the Werefox. No, he bounces it. That's fine. That's fine, I can deal with bounce. Vesuvian Duplomancy. Spit. all you want to do is drag me down. All I want to do is stamp you out. Chico. More like piece of Co. Hot cocoa is delicious. Go ahead. Burst lightning me. Do it. Party yourself with it. You're a goober. Himmy hammy. Being a gooby. Just cycling through everything. Making a whole bunch of Chico. Shoko. Alright, you got some dragons there. I can respect that. Okay? I can respect it. See how you're playing this. I get it. I get it now. It's not looking good. 1 million Chico coming our way. $1 million Chico. Chicago. I got all of the coffee. All of the coffee went inside me. Don't be jealous. It's all inside my me. Can you tell I haven't slept in 24 hours? Can you tell? Because I can tell. He should name this deck Defibrillator. Because he keeps shocking his Chicago back to life. Defibrillator. Right? I ain't scared of no ghost. Who do you think you are? Who exactly do you think you are, Mr. Hawks? You ain't no banks. I'll tell you that much. You ain't no piggy banks. You don't even have lethal, man. Okay, maybe you have lethal. Maybe you do. Maybe you actually have lethal. That's a bummer. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.